We take a live look at Washington, D.C., where the House January 6th committee tried to tie former President Trump to extremist groups that overran the Capitol. CBS reporter Skyler Henry with more on that and a new allegation that the former president tried to actually contact a committee witness. Skyler?
That's right, Sarah. Good to see you. That witness did not answer the phone for the former president. Instead, they called their attorney. Now all of this information will actually be sent over to the Department of Justice. But earlier today, the 7th public hearing in this series here, trying to get to the bottom of why so many people were here in Washington in the first place. One of them, a witness here today who testified that he hung on to the former president's every word.
The latest public hearing into the January 6th assault on the Capitol led to new questions of possible witness tampering by former President Donald Trump.
President Trump tried to call a witness in our investigation. That person declined to answer or respond to President Trump's call and instead alerted their lawyer to the call.
On Tuesday, the committee heard from former White House counsel Pat Cipollone for the first time in clips from his private deposition last week.
If your question is, did I believe he should concede the election at a point in time, yes, I did.
Cipollone detailed a contentious meeting in the Oval Office, focusing on seizing voting machines in battleground states.
It's a terrible idea.
Far-right groups and conspiracy theorists immediately latched on to a tweet by then-President Trump on December 19th, summoning supporters to the Capitol.
Trump's purpose was to mobilize a crowd. And how do you mobilize a crowd in 2020? With millions of followers on Twitter.
House committee members say President Trump lit the flame, igniting the January 6th riot, galvanizing radical groups who showed up that day with body armor, bear spray, and even bats.
Former Oath Keepers spokesperson Jason Van Tatenhove addressed the committee.
This could have been the spark that started a new civil war, and no one would have won there.
As did a rioter, Stephen Ayers, who pleaded guilty to illegally entering the Capitol.
The president got everybody riled up, told everybody to head on down. So we basically were just following what he said.
Court documents show Ayers suggested civil war will ensue if former President Trump didn't remain in the White House.
And so to follow up on what the former president did in terms of trying to reach out to one of those January 6th witnesses, we reached out to the Department of Justice. They declined to comment. As for the next public hearing, that's set for next Thursday, July 21st. It'll be in prime time. The committee says that they will lay out minute by minute what the former president was doing or wasn't doing while thousands were attacking the Capitol. We're here on Capitol Hill. I'm Skyler Henry. Sarah, back to you.
All right, Skyler, working late for us over there on the East Coast. We appreciate it, sir.